This is ACI 5. We are on class 5, still on chapter 4, part 2. And thank you so much for helping to record, Randy. And let's start with setting our motivation before we begin. So please get ready. Get comfortable and close your eyes. Just bring your mind to your awareness, to your breath. Just be aware of your breath. Just be aware of your breath until you hear from me again. Bring to mind a being who is a manifestation of perfect love, perfect compassion, and perfect wisdom. And see them appearing before you just by way of you thinking of them. They are gazing at you with love and smiling at you with their holy great compassion. And their wisdom radiates from them, a warm, glowing glow encompassing you in its light. Then we hear them say, think of somebody who is hurting in some way. Think about how much you would like to help them, the only way that you have tried, or you might try. Recognize how those worldly ways fall short. And how wonderful you'll be. You could help them in some deep and ultimate way, a way through which they can stop their distress forever. Grow that wish. Grow it into an intention. Into a determination when you're ready. We bring our mind back to our holy guide. We know that they know what we need to know, what we need to learn, and what we need to do. And so we ask them, please, my holy guide, please help me. And they're so happy that we have asked, and of course, they agree. Now gratitude arises. We want to offer them something exquisite. And we think of the perfect world that they are teaching us. Imagine we can hold in our hands and offer to them. Following with it, our promise to practice what they teach us in the form of a refuge prayer. Here is the great earth, filled with the smell of the incense, covered with a blanket of flowers, the great mountain, 4 lands, wearing a jewel of the sun and the moon. In my mind, I make them the paradise of the Buddha, and I offer to you. And by this deed, may every living being experience the pure world. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyataya. I go for refuge, them enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rest, may I reach Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. I go for refuge and them enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rest, may I reach Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. I go for refuge and them enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do, giving and the rest, I will become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. And may it be so. And bring your mind back here and open your eyes when you're ready. Okay, so this is part 2. I want to do a review first. A review. Okay. So we learn special object. Last week, we learned there are deeds that we do towards special object, and that make the deed a higher virtue. Another word, simple word, it become a big fat karma. Big fat karma. So 4 of them are, we do towards higher form of life. First picture here, human versus an animal. You do towards someone in serious suffering. You do towards high spiritual quality object, the 3 jewel area. You do towards your parents who have given you great assistance. So these are the 4 objects. We call it the 4 special objects. Okay, that's part 1. Okay, and the second one will be 4 kinds of karma that must ripen into a result. Okay, 4 kinds of karma. Do you remember? Okay, I like to make things easy for me. I need to see picture for me to understand better, and I hope it helps you too. So for the subject will be, you do it with very strong emotion or thought. Very strong emotion and thought. Give a few examples that day, right? Very strong hatred. Okay, very strong faith. Right? Or you do it again and again. Each time you do, you're adding power to the seeds that you already have. So they gain power, they gain power, they gain power, and then they must ripen. And you do it towards high spiritual quality object, holy object, three jewel. You kill your father and mother. So these four kinds of karma must ripen. Ripen when? Maybe this life, maybe next life, maybe in the life after next. Okay. I want you to read these. There are 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 lines here. Can somebody be kind to read the 4 lines here? Only 4 lines.
I can read.
Yeah, thank
Those
you.
are definite which involve fierce mental affliction or faith, an object of special qualities, anything done on a continual basis, killing father or mother.
Thank you, Zain. So those are definite. Definite here means must ripen. Okay, must ripen. The deeds that must ripen involve fierce mental affliction, very negative emotion, very strong anger. Those are mental affliction. Very strong jealousy, or fate. Just now we mentioned they must ripen if it is done with very strong emotion or thought, right? The second one will be an object of special qualities, the 3 jewels, the holy object. 3, anything done on a continual basis. You do it again and again, again and again. You add power. Each time you do, you add power. You do again, add power. You do again, add power. Then they gain enough power. Then they must ripen. Then number 4 will be killing father or mother. Okay, so these are related to here. Okay, this is taken from the reading. And then the next one that we did last week. Yes,
Teacher,
Jaslyn.
yes. May I suggest that you change your screen, right, into multiple speaker? Then it will be,
Multiple speaker.
yeah,
See.
because otherwise you're sharing, right? The screen is very small. It's very difficult to read.
Okay, let me try again.
Thank you.
Is this better? No. Is this better? Is this readable?
Yeah, this is bigger, better than just now. Bigger.
Okay.
Words are bigger.
Can read now?
Can.
Okay, good.
Teacher
Thank you.
Rache, if you want to show it bigger, like full screen, when you share screen, you select content only. Then we can see your entire laptop. Because now is, I think 1/3 of the laptop is filled up.
You know why I'm sharing this one with the me beside it is because in ACI, we go for the teacher training. We are not encouraged to use PPT. Yeah, so you see, so you need to be facing the person who is sharing the Dharma. So if you see that I prepare a lot of PPT, right? If I'm not sharing myself, the screen, a small picture of me, then you'll be looking at the screen all the time. So I'm trying my best to, I make myself
I
very,
get, I get what you mean. Or maybe as a background, then we can see you also, and the content is bigger. You can share screen and then you select as a background.
Okay,
We
I
can
show
see
you.
this and the content.
Is this readable? Is this just 1/3 of the screen?
It's okay. I don't know about
It's
that.
okay, don't worry. Teacher Rach is okay. We will pinch out, pinch in. It's okay. We will expand it. That's okay. No worry. Carry on.
Can somebody be kind enough to take a snapshot of how it looks like to you at your side? Yeah? Because when I look at here, I have this one, you are screen sharing. I saw how it looks like to you, and it looks okay for me, but I don't know how it looks like at your side. Yeah, can you just take a picture and then just send to the Telegram chat or send to me? Okay. Okay. So the next one would be oh, it looks fine for me. Yeah. Now it's better. Now it's better. Good. Thank you. So I hope everything is good. Okay. Is there anybody who cannot see? Can you see? Is there anybody who cannot see the wording?
Teacher Rach,
Yeah.
the wording is still small, but of course still legible. But unless it is slightly bigger, then it will be good for everyone.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. Oh, I wish I know.
You want to go to the view, right? Then you chose the multiple speaker. So your screen, the persons who speak, right, which is you, the screen will be big, you see. Then you will have small little screen, right?
I show you right now. I'm already okay. I show you right now. Okay, wait. I'm already choosing multi-speaker, you know. I choose multi-speaker.
But why you got that little one by the side? That one take up the
Yeah,
space, you see? Yeah, why that? Because you
because
have multi-speaker,
mm,
so the persons who speak, right? The screen is very big, you know.
that's why I don't know. This is the best that I can do. The other time I was struggling with that. We didn't manage. If you notice the previous 4 ACI, we didn't even have this way. You know, it's either all content or only me. Did you notice that? But this time, I managed to find the selection where I can choose either content only like what Isu say, or as background, yeah, or side by side. The one that I chose is side by side, but I make me smaller and the screen bigger. Yeah. Do you mind, Jaslyn, you take a picture from your side, how it look like?
I send it to your handphone.
Okay. So I see this one. I saw the one sent in by Daniel and Zane looks fine. I saw one, it looks a bit small. I don't know why. Okay, we'll figure out how. I hope that if your screen is too small, you can send to me. Let me take a look. Okay, so far I hope maybe we can proceed first. Okay. Okay, so the next one will be for last week. We also learned that deeds that we do they must ripen in this lifetime will be those that when we do it with extraordinary motivation from our side as a subject, we do it with extraordinary motivation. So like I like to think of that as bodhicitta. If you are able to nurture bodhicitta or very close to bodhicitta, where you have the love for the people, so huge. That extraordinary motivation can bring the deed to ripen in this lifetime. And also, if we do the deed towards a powerful object, or we call it distinctive object. I define it here. I find somewhere that they say how much distinctive object will be the object that can benefit. Okay, I write here. How much do they benefit you, or how many others can they benefit? So distinctive object like the holy three jewel, our parents, stupa, temple, dharma center, monastery. The four powerful objects are those beings who have come up from certain states, from very deep meditation, right? From those immeasurable love meditation, just very, very deep meditation, very close to nirvana, very powerful objects. Arya, Arhat, they're under this category, and our Lama. Okay, so, and that's, I continue from line 1 to line 4, Zain already read. Okay, can somebody read line number 5 and line number 6?
Can I read? This with results which are something seen due to features of the object or thought. Anything?
Okay, no, enough, Angela, thanks. So these are those the two lines that refer to this one. Okay, that refer to this one. Okay, the deeds that must ripen in this lifetime will be deeds. When they say deeds with results which are something seen, means that you will see in this life. You will see it in this lifetime. Due to features of the object, just we mentioned about the object, right? The distinctive, very powerful object, or the thought where you have this extraordinary motivation. Okay, those are the review for last week. And today we are going to continue with part 2. Ta-da! Okay. Part 2 is we are going to do the 10 non-virtues. The 10 non-virtues, which we did in chapter 3. Okay. And I'm very happy just now, Laura and Daniel, they share that every evening now both of them, they are doing the checking on the 10 non-virtues. Am I right? Yeah, woo! Wow, rejoice. So happy for the two of you. Yeah, keep it up, keep it up. Great news. Yay! Okay. So the 10 non-virtues, this is the top 10, Lord Buddha. Top 10 out of the 84,000 bad deeds. Wow, imagine they are top 10. If they are top 10, I don't know, if you are a samsaric human being like me, I think we don't have to be shy, that we all have that. To me, I feel so. I feel like for myself, I think we all have that. Some with greater degree, some with lesser degree. I remember when I first learned, we're very shy to admit, say, oh, I don't have this one, I don't have that one, Okay, maybe I have this one, okay. But the more I study, I realize I have all of them. I have all of them, okay. It's just that how much and which one is your team. You have to find out yourself. Okay? So we learned the top 10 non-virtues in the class chapter 3, class 3. Okay, so now we learn. Okay, 10 non-virtues. Okay, if I've done this, what is it going to happen? What is the karmic result? We want to know, isn't it? So tell me. So if I do this, what is going to happen? What is the karmic result? So we go to J. Songkapa Lamrim Chenmo. In that book, he mentioned 4 ways how the consequences can come back. Okay, the consequences means that the karmic result, they will come back. There are 4 ways. 4 ways they can come back. 4. Okay, number 1, ripen result. Okay, I put it here for you. Ripen result. Okay, nammin. Say nammin. Nammin, ripen result. Okay. Ripen result means that if we do the top 10 here, they will take us to the 3 lower realm. Oops. Okay. They will take me to the 3 lower realm. Okay. And for the very big bad deed, the top 10 here, the same. If a big bad killing, big bad stealing, big bad sexual misconduct, big bad lying, top 1 to 10, any of them, if it is a big bad deed, then they will bring me to a hell rebirth. From here, you can see the picture. There's a hell. Which one is a hell? I cannot see clearly. Don't know left or right. There's sometimes left, sometimes right, some of the picture. Okay. I think it is the, I don't know. Okay, the hell. Okay, if it is a big bad deed, then they will take me to the hell realm. You will have a hell rebirth. If it is a medium bad deed, then you go to the spirit realm, become a craving spirit, hungry ghost. If it is lesser bad deed, then it goes to the animal realm. I like to call it SML, small, medium, large. Okay, small bad deed, lesser deed, medium, and big one, big bad deed. And how do you define the big, small, medium, large? Like we buy the clothes, right? SML. How do you define that? How do you define that, right? So I go and see the reading and I saw this. Okay, the 10 path of karma, which means that the 10 non-virtue can itself be divided into 3 kinds, lesser, medium, and greater, depending on the intensity of the 3 poison. Depending on the intensity of the 3 poison. What are the 3 poison? We learned the other day. In the middle, the 3 poison. The 3 animal, remember? The 3 poison. The misunderstanding, or we call it ignorance, in the middle is represented by the pig. And then you have the ignorant liking, the snake, ignorant liking the pigeon or the rooster. And then you have the ignorant disliking the snake, like Angela said. Okay. So depending on the intensity of these 3 poison.
Teacher Rache, just now you're saying that, let's say, smaller is were born into animal realm, is it?
Yes.
Then medium is what again?
Is a hungry ghost, the spirit realm. Yeah, the spirit.
Then the big one,
the hell realm. The big one will be the hell realm.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, the deed done, you can look at it another way, will be the deed done with very, very strong intention, very, very strong emotion, towards a very, very strong object, right? Doing it itself, very strong kind of killing with the awareness and completion is a big bad deed. You can also look at it in that way if you want to understand. Okay, then what about the small bad deed, the lesser bad deed? Would be something that is not planned, unintentional, accidental. They are considered as the small one. Okay, and the medium one is in between. Okay, I say I've done all these things, but why am I still a human? Okay, so there you go. The second result, remember there are 4 ways the consequences can come back. One as a ripened result in the 3 lower realm. And if you happen to get back a human rebirth, like me, and all of us, I guess so, we will have this corresponding experience. Corresponding experience means that you will have a corresponding experience. You will have the experience which is similar to what you did. You will experience something similar to what you did. For example, if I killing the first one, then the corresponding experience would be my life would be short. Or I'll be very sickly, very sickly. I have a lot of that. After I study this only, I know. Okay. When I was very, very small kid, very young, I always fall sick. I break the record. Like if you go to school, everybody can remember me because I only attended half of the schooling days or one third of the schooling days only. So I was very, very sickly. I fall sick all the time. I don't go to school. Most of the time I'm at home. So you'll be very sickly. You fall sick all the time. You're very unhealthy. And you have a short life. Okay. And then corresponding habit will be for killing. Now, when I look back, when I learned ACI, I got a shock. When I look back when I was very young as a kid, I feel ashamed. I have to confess, okay? It's very bad. It's not fun, okay? I like to, the insect or the small animal, I like to pull their wing. I enjoy doing that. I like doing that. And I pull their leg, the grasshopper, the wing. That's very bad, okay? So when I look back, I really regretted what I did from young. Nobody teach me. Anybody taught me? No. It's just, you just do it, you just do it. So that is the corresponding habit. You have a habit, you have a tendency to do the same thing again. Okay? And the environmental result would be you live in a place that is unhealthy, dangerous, the environmental result. The people around you, they don't live long life. Okay? Like my parents, they died young also. So after I learned about this, I got a shock. Then I became a vegetarian very fast. Immediately after I learned, I immediately decided, I so regretted of what have I done? What a jerk. Okay, what kind of jerk is that? Who can do this type of thing, So I really regretted. I did my 4 power. I did 4 power is not enough, you see. If I have that from young, that is not enough. So I very strong determination. I just become a vegetarian like that. No killing, 100%. Then a lot of people, my friend, those are more senior, say, you're vegetarian? I say, every day? I say, yeah. 365 days? I say, yeah. That's the thing. So because I need an antidote. You need an antidote. Okay. And I said, oh, no, I'm not going to. I know Lord Buddha never say you cannot eat meat, Lord Buddha never say that. But if you understand the essence of taking meat, right, then I need a lot of those more protecting life. The opposite is protecting life. And how to protect life would be, I said, no, very strong awareness, very strong determination. I want to become a vegetarian. I want to protect life. What is the reason? I just want to protect life. So a lot of people will ask me, why are you a vegetarian? Is it religion? I said, no. I just want to protect life. That's it. Okay? Not because of religion, not because whoever say what, Yeah, it will come naturally. You don't have to force yourself. Yeah, it will come that you have that determination yourself. You want to be that. And I've been a vegetarian for how many years? Let me count. 2016. I think 2016 or 2017, 2016, 17, around there, I become a vegetarian, full-time vegetarian. About 7, 8 years, about that, yeah. Not very long. Too many people who are much longer than me. And I become healthier and healthier. But unfortunately, lately, seeds change every moment, good and bad. Recognize that. And so I have a health issue coming back. And I have a health issue. So I look at it very positively. I say, yeah, I'm so happy. Maybe because of that, I can live longer. Okay? Because I also feel that, oh, I think I don't live very long. I always have a feeling for that. You know, my friends say, try, don't do like that. You know, say, don't coffee meditate. I say, I'm not coffee meditate. Come on. Logically, if you look at light, make light, right? So the possibility is there. Okay. So then I need to make a very big fat karma. So I'm now implanting a lot of protecting life seeds. Ever since I got health issue, I go life liberation. I do it for my teacher. I dedicate to people. Yeah, but lately I've been busy. I've not been doing it. I need to come back and do it. I want to do it like every month, at least once. Okay, that is for the killing, the first one. So Raymond asks, we can have the other 3 consequences together because we are human. Yes. Yeah, you can. It could be, you could be having my own personal experience. You could be having corresponding experience, corresponding habit. Maybe you're not having the awareness that you have environmental result, or maybe you could have 3. Yeah. Okay, that is the thing. So memorize this. You do the top 10 virtues, non-virtues or virtues. Let's talk about non-virtues so that we don't get confused. Non-virtues. They can have ripened. The karmic result means can come back to you in 4 ways. First, ripened results means that you could go to the 3 lower realm. Or if you manage to get a human life, then you could be having a corresponding experience, means that you are going to experience something similar to what you did, like what I mentioned just now. Okay. Corresponding habit and environmental results. Okay, so this is in your question number 5. Can do, Name and explain the 4 different types of consequences that result from a karmic action. You do an action, they can come back in these 4 ways. A, ripened result. A bad one will take you to a hell realm, the one not so bad one, spirit realm, the one lesser bad one, animal realm. Corresponding experience, even if you're born as a human, you tend to get hurt in the same way that you hurt others. For example, if you stole, you tend to be stolen from. Corresponding habit, you tend to enjoy the same sort of deeds. If you kill others, you enjoy harming things even from your childhood, like me. Very bad. Environmental result, your deed has an effect on the kind of world you're born into later. For example, sexual misconduct causes you later to live in a place which is foul-smelling, very smelly. I don't understand that. You put it on a shelf. Okay, I'm still cooking on that. But I know this is the environmental results. Okay, so memorize already. Must remember, go into quickly. Give you 1 minute for this one. 1 minute before we move into the details. You want to look at the details? Yeah? Each one of these, the details. Okay, so we want to look into the details for each one of them. Okay, I would suggest that my teacher told me when I attended ACI, I said, you do a table like this. You put in number one, the first non-virtue. You do your own homework. Put in what is the corresponding results, what is the corresponding habit, and the environmental result. You do that. Okay, so I did that. I take out a paper, very big piece of paper. And you add in all the things that you know of. Okay. My teacher didn't do for us, we just do on our own. Okay. And I actually don't have my notes with me, but I do again. Okay. I want to look at the first one. We say that killing, right? The corresponding result we know, sickly, your life is short, habit tendency to do the same. Environmental results, I put all this together for you all. Okay, but you have to do on your own. Environmental result will be the food, the crops, the medicine doesn't work for you. Yes. When I was very sick, when I was young, right? I always go and see doctor. I think, I don't know how, so often I go and see doctor means that the medicine doesn't work for me. Okay. Now only I know. Okay, the food doesn't work for me, have little nutrition. How to know little nutrition? You see, I'm so skinny. Very skinny. Okay, the food have no nutrition. No, just kidding. Okay, they have little power, they're hard to digest, cause disease in you. Environmental result, people around you die before reaching the end of a full life. And you live in a dangerous place, war, muggles, and unhealthy place. Okay, the killing so far, okay, we have talked a lot about that. Let's look at the second one. Stealing. Stealing. If you steal, then you don't have enough to live on. You got no money lah, short. Okay. And then you, even if you have some money, you have this common property with others, you cannot have your own things. This one I can see in people around me, like in a family business, quite rich, quite rich people. But then they don't have the, family business, they got a lot of property, right? Sometimes with brother A, sometimes with brother B, sometimes with brother C, with brother E, brother F. But they themselves don't have a name to their own name, don't have a property in their own name. Even they have, will be like me and Laura, something like that, together. You don't have your own property. Yeah, not in your own name. I've seen people like that. And then, of course, you tend to be stolen from. You steal your things being stolen. Okay. And then the habit, you have a tendency to steal, to like to steal. You're attracted to the idea of stealing. Then you will live in a place where the crops do not ripen properly. The crops are few, far and few. It means that you don't really ripen, or they ripen very little only. And then you live in a place that is famine, drought, means that you dry spell, right? Not enough water, so the plant cannot grow. Rain too much, the plant cannot grow. So for me, I would like to look at it like in the economy, right? Of course, this one agriculture. You say, I'm not growing anything. Okay, I'm not growing anything, but we are in this world. We are in the economy, right? So you live in a place where the economy is not doing that well, very competitive, very saturated. The market we are talking, if you study marketing or if you're in the market, we talk about saturated market, means that the market is already like coming down, not very good. So that apply to your market, your environment, the industry, your country. But in Singapore, very prosperous. I think they are very generous. That's why they're very prosperous. Okay, you can see that, you can apply that in your life, you see. Yeah. So if the country is very, very poor, or the place that you live is very, very, very poor, that is have to do with these stealing seeds. Talking about that, I remember I never really gone through the economic crisis. Like, every time I tell people, I said, I don't know, like people always say economic crisis. I remember back then people say economic, I say economic crisis, my business doing very well. Where is the economic crisis? I didn't see it, because I'm in the education. I think partly because I'm in the industry, education, I'm in the child enrichment, right? So parents are, no matter what, maybe their problem, but they will still pay for the education, right, of their kids. So my business doing very well, so booming. I got no place. People have to beg me for a place. But the side effect is I become very arrogant. So I'm trying to tame my arrogance after that. Okay, the side effect of that. So your environment, the shift in your environment, if you apply in modern terms, will be your economy. I think I have more of the killing seeds than the stealing seeds. Not to say I don't have, I do have, okay. But I think my major problem will be on the killing. Of course, it's higher than the stealing. So you check yourself, which one you need to work on. Okay, so far stealing okay? Stealing okay? Can you give me a type number 1 if you're okay? Does that make sense to you? Any part that doesn't make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? Okay, then type 1, yeah, okay. Yeah, I hope it makes sense to you. Okay, so you have to think about that. You compile it and you think about that. Okay, some of the things you don't understand, you say, okay, I'm going to put this on the shelf. I don't understand. I don't get this yet. Okay, we say these are the words of the omniscient being. Remember ACI 4? We establish as a being who have valid perception, all the time, and therefore they cannot lie. And we take that as the authority, the words of the omniscient. If we take them as the authority, maybe we don't see something. Okay, next one, sexual misconduct. The corresponding experience would be many people vying for your partner. Okay, many people want to go after your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband. Okay. And you have a problem keeping your partner from others. And people who work around you are inconsistent, unreliable. Okay, this one is very interesting. I heard a couple of times, not necessarily your sexual partner, your lover, your husband and wife. It can be your business partner. Your business partner is inconsistent and unreliable. That is very interesting. I still put it on the shelf. I'm still cooking on that. I know, but okay, there's a certain thing there. I think it has to do with the trust thing. Okay, number 3, the one in bracket means I add in one. The one not in bracket means I take from the reading, I take from the notes, I take from different places, okay? So I would say that your partner will do the similar thing like you, sexual misconduct. Yeah, you commit adultery. I heard that from one of the teacher whose partner also commit adultery because he committed adultery. And then you have a habit of doing the sexual misconduct. And the environmental result will be you live in a filthy place, dirty, smelly, everywhere, seems unpleasant and distasteful. Okay, and I add in this one, maybe I can say that you live in a society where sexual misconduct is normal, but people think that is okay, that's fine. It's okay to have a second mistress, okay, things like that. Some culture, maybe they think that is okay, that's fine to change partner, to have a few partners at the same time. I didn't know how bad it is when you conduct a sexual misconduct until I see with my own eyes one of my friends, even a guy who experienced betrayal, sexual misconduct by his girlfriend, and it really literally hit him so hard, 3 times. the girlfriend sexual misconduct 3 times, adultery 3 times. So it was really very, very, really his whole life just collapsed, and he just give up, everything, and then just went wandering, give up everything. So I see that people around me, it didn't happen to me, but I see people, and it's not just to female, male equally can equally painful for that. I think it's even more serious for the male because generally, I'm not saying everybody, because they normally keep in their heart. They don't tell their friend, don't tell people. So it bottom up so much that they just explode. And when they explode, it can be very, 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 very serious. So I saw it with my own eyes, my friend. Okay. And I'm helping him. Okay, so far, does that make sense to you? I hope so. You cook, if not, then you cook. This one, we have to think about that. If it doesn't make sense, then you put it on the shelf and think about that. So lying. So the first 1, 2, 3 will be the body. 1, killing, stealing. Sexual misconduct will be the body. Okay, deeds of the body. Deeds of the speech will be lying. Okay, lying. People don't believe what you say. The result will be corresponding experience would be the people don't believe what you say, even if you are telling the truth. Does that happen to me? Yes. Is it often? No. Okay. People discredit you. People are always lying to you. Because you lie, people also lie to you. Yeah. Okay. And then the habit of lying again and again, there's a tendency to lie. And then the environmental result will be very interesting, the environmental result. When you undertake farming or some work in cooperation with others, in the end, the work fails to prosper. So forget about the farming. If you are not, of course, if you're not farming, you can think about any other project that you are doing with other people, any joint venture, okay? Any project, any business deal, okay, that you're doing. In the end, the work fails to prosper. Cannot take off, cannot succeed. Interesting, huh? And number 2, the people cannot work together. If you see people cannot work together, and for most part, everyone is cheating to one another. This one, I can relate. When I read this thing, I like to see the picture in my mind, coming in my mind. I see the drama, the Hong Kong drama. Last time I watched a lot. I see that they always quarrel, isn't it? People cannot work together, and then they're cheating on one another. That is a scenario. And then you live in a place where your work never has any great result. This is also an open my eyes. It's really it's an eye opener for me. You live in a place where your work never has any great results. And then there's many dangerous and deceptive people around you. So for me, I put there scam. Like nowadays, a lot of scammer. So in a way, I think I have those seeds also. That's why I don't pick up calls. They call me, I won't pick up. Okay. If I don't know who they are, I don't pick up calls at all. Okay. Afraid, many things to be afraid. This one I put red because I still don't understand. Okay. It's in the speech. For the speech, the false speech, lying, divisive speech, harsh speech, and useless speech or meaningless speech or idle speech. They all have these afraid, many things to be afraid of. I still don't quite get it, and I'm still working on that for many, many years. Interesting. Why? I have to confess. Okay, I'll take the opportunity to confess. When I was young, I'm so good at lying. Okay, I can tell you I'm so good at lying. And because I'm so good at lying, I pay the price. Yeah, things don't come out. Actually, things supposed to be good, but because of my lying, I end up with a lot of the consequences that when I look back, because of my lying. I'm so good at lying. You won't believe it, I'm very good at lying. Okay, so I really have to confess. I so really regret. That's why I always work on that. I always tell myself I have to be as what is in my mind, I need to convey accurately to give the correct representation of the thing. So it's a challenge sometimes. You know, sometimes I didn't think much. People ask me this, I just say, for easy, say, oh, I just like that. Actually, it's not, you know. Say, oh, you know, so I catch myself, I'm still doing that, you know. Yeah. So sometimes I'm lazy to explain when you say certain things, yeah, I would just answer like that, you know, but actually it's not. Yeah. So lying, yeah, I'm very good at lying, but now I can say improve so much. I cannot say I'm 100%. I don't lie at all. I'm as far as I'm conscious, I don't lie. But sometimes when I'm less conscious, I notice that there is a tendency to not speaking truthfully. And it's a great challenge for me because I'm in the corporate governance. A lot of things I cannot speak the way I want to speak. And it's a challenge for me. It's a skillful means. It's not easy. And I'm so straightforward. I hit on the wall many times, you know, and it's a challenge for me. Okay, so think about this, the lying one. Especially for me, it's a challenge for me would be, what is this number 5 and what is this number 3? Number 3 is very interesting. So, okay. Okay, so we are ready to move on to the next one. This is lying. Next one, divisive speech. The speech that separate people because of what you say. You say, who is like that lah, you know. Then because of what you say, somehow I don't have a good impression of that person. You get what I mean? For example, if let me pick somebody. I think I better don't pick somebody here. Okay, if I say about A, I say about Angela, and Angela, we know our friend A, okay? I talk about, I say, oh, you know what, Angela? This A, she's like that, you know. And because of what I say, so Angela have a bad impression of A, and therefore their relationship get like more distant, not close, because of what I say. So when I first learned this one is a challenge. I always want to tell my teacher, no, I don't agree. I just want to say like, it's not correct, man. You know, I just tell the truth only, ma. You know, so, but the more I learned that, I realized that whether is it necessary, is it helpful, or you just want to, you know, you ask yourself, be honest with yourself, you know, what is your intention? Angela, do a confession. Angela, I feel so bad also. You know why? I have another group with a younger group because they're new. They never learn anything about seeds or DCI. So sometimes they will complain to me about their work, you know, and both of us, and I have an awareness that what to do is skillful means I entertain a bit. Oh yeah, the boss is like that. Oh, you're superior. Yeah, like, you know, says condemn about the superior. Then slowly bring that. Then after that, now she realizes, I complain too much. Now I plant the best seed, you know. So we try not to talk about the boss. You know, we say, okay, then we change our motive. If we need to say, we say, oh, we just want to express and share how we can become a better person. So we tell ourselves, okay, when we talk about the boss, right, we say, oh, because we want to know how to handle it in a better way, not just because I want to talk bad about my boss. Okay, so you can change your motivation. So we normally do that. Now we are saying, okay, we are not really planting divisive speech. We just want to understand the situation so that we can handle better, we can become a better person. Okay, now we can talk about the boss a bit. Okay, how can we handle in that situation? Okay, so Angela, yeah, that is so common, isn't it? So difficult. Yeah, it's so difficult. It's so it's still a challenge for me. I also got another friend, a senior, very senior. And when we come together, we sometimes talk about Dharma. Then after a while, then we start to talk about this, complaining about that, you know. See? So we need to bring our motivation. No, we are just learning. We understand our true nature, reality, you know, better, you know, and then we kind of like help us to become a better person. Catch yourself and bring back to a better motivation instead of just want to blah, just want to talk bad about another person. Yeah. Okay. Because after all, we are not an angel yet. I'm not an angel, I don't know, you know. So I try to help myself to overcome the tendency to speak bad about another person. Yeah. Angela, you're so courageous. Do the 4 power. We'll do the 4 power shortly. We'll learn about that. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so let's look at the okay, the corresponding experience will be you lose friends easily. People around you are always fighting against one another. People around you have undesirable character. I struggle for many years for this. I finally I see that I have that in my life, you know. Initially, I don't understand. Why is this here? Why is this part undesirable character? What they mean, you have to cope on that. I won't tell you. Okay, I have that. Like I said, I have a lot of divisive speech also. I'm working with that. And I'm wondering, what is this undesirable character means? And finally, I see the thing. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm seeing all these undesirable character. Okay, it come from here. Okay. So do the 4 power, do the antidote, opposite action, be aware, and slowly it will reduce. Then we become purer and purer. And the environment will be you live in an inhospitable and dangerous place. The ground is all uneven, covered with cracks and gullies, full of high and low. That travel is difficult. Again, afraid, many things to be afraid of. So divisive speech. For me, I see more on this one. Okay. The next one will be harsh speech. Oh, I got a lot on that also. Okay. I used to be very rude. Okay. I like to argue with people. I like to see, like I train my speech, you know, very sharp. Okay. You hear things now very sharp also. So they come back. Similar experience. I hear things very unpleasant as though they want to pick a fight with me. Okay. That's the thing. That's where they come from. That's not why I chocolate sauce that. You know, I tell myself, no, I chocolate sauce it that way. Okay, and then the habit of speaking harshly. Now, no, I speak very, that's why I always thanks people for your kind speech. I'm very happy. People around me now, I see the change in the environment. Oh, thanks for your kind speech. Thanks for your kind speech. Yeah. And I go everywhere. I speak kindly, even to the waiter, waitress. When I buy stuff, I want to speak very politely and very kindly. And I look at them in their eye, and I respect them, and I speak kindly. And sometimes I will catch up. I will strike a conversation with them. Oh, how is the day? How are you today? You know, oh, you're looking great. Oh, I like your shirt. Things like that. You know, so make them happy a bit. Yeah. Say some kind. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you're so thoughtful. Oh, thanks for all your help. Yeah, fortunately we have you. You know, things like that. Kind speech, appreciation. And environment would be you live in a place which is covered with obstacles like trunks of fallen trees, thorny bushes, sharp rocks, generally rough, very rough environment, very harsh environment. Harsh environment without water, sufficient water. No stream, no lake, no spring of water. The whole earth is parched, useless, threatening. I think of Diamond Mountain. That's the thing that comes to my mind. Yeah, Angela, I got maid. Last time also I speak harshly to my maid. I feel so sorry. My maid has been so helpful. I have 3 maids. All my maids, they are very good. But unfortunately, because of my small mind, the ignorant mind, and I like to sometimes be very harsh to my maid. I really say sorry to them. I want to find her at Facebook. I want to give her some money. I want to say sorry to her. Yeah. So that is the thing. Oh yeah, and I met, now one of my teacher. I remember one time I met my teacher on the street. And I saw her. And I said, oh, how are you? Teacher Sheila, you know, I said, oh, then we chit-chat. And she said, I'm so sorry, you know, in the past I scolded you. Because last time I would scold my teachers, I know. Because I'm very responsible person, right? I need to make sure I do things properly, you know. Yeah, you can do things properly, but doesn't mean that you can speak in that way. Okay, so I have to confess. So I speak harshly when they do mistake again and again and again and again, okay? And I really scold her in front of so many people. I said, I'm sorry that time I scolded you, you know. I said, oh, it's okay, I've forgotten already. And actually, in fact, because you're very strict, you kind of nurture so well, and now we can easily get a job. Yeah, which all my teachers in my school, if they go anywhere, they can become the principal, assistant principal, they go hold high position. Because I really give them teacher training. Okay. I give them training all the time, but also I scold them like my kids. That is not right. Okay. I said, yeah, you're responsible. Okay. You train them. Okay. But that doesn't give you a right to speak to them in that way. Yeah. So that is the thing that I have to confess. Okay. So that is the thing. Let me see. There's a chat. Okay. Next one would be idle speech. Idle speech is also very interesting. Okay, the corresponding experience would be no one listened to you. Do you have that experience? No one pay attention to what you say. No one respect what you say. Because what you say is useless, no value. Because you always blah, 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 no value, right? So people also think what you say also blah, 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 no value, even though you say something very important. And then you're afflicted with a lack of confidence. This is very interesting. I also took on that for so long. I find it, I see that already. Yeah, I have a lot of this. I didn't realize I have a lot until later on. Only I realized, the idle speech, the blah, blah. Yeah. And I was telling my daughter, because she liked to watch a lot of movies, go for the fan meeting, idol. Then I said, hey, I tell you what, you see here? I said, you know why you got no confidence? I said, you're so good. Why you got no confidence? You know why you got no confidence? I saw from here, they say it's because of the idle speech. Then they say, then you want to control a bit. Yeah. And I say, now I know why you got no confidence. I also know why now I got no confidence. Interesting, isn't it? If you're very good and yet you got no confidence, that has to come from the blah blah, the idle speech. Speaking, just want to speak with no purpose, no meaning, does not helpful. Okay, that's very interesting, huh? And then you have the habit of doing the blah blah all the time. Just want to talk, you don't mean it, just want to talk only. You want to say something, gossip. Okay, and then the environmental result will be the fruits refuse to grow on the tree. Can you imagine that? To grow at the wrong time, never at the right time. The fruits seem to be ripe when they are still not ripe. Okay, I like to look at this. I can give you the example. In Malaysia, we got a lot of durian plantation. Durian plantation got season one, right? Durian got season. Any fruits got season can apply in your country. If you have idle speech, the environmental result would be your durian, okay, you bear fruit when people selling at a very high price, your durian, the one no fruits, no durian come, no durian. Then you wait and wait and wait, okay. And then after that, when you finally got the fruit, when you want to sell, the price drop to so low. So it's the wrong timing. A lot of durian seller, sometimes we hear from them, they got the fruits at the wrong timing. You have fruits or not? God, okay, but the wrong timing. When the season, demand and supply, when the supply is low, that time you got no fruit. When the supply oversupply, then only your durian start to bear fruits, and then the price is so negligible, the durian, nobody want it. So that is idle speech. Yeah, interesting, huh? And I like to give another example. I personally think that you can apply in your life. Of course, you don't have durian, but you can think about maybe if you invest, you buy shares, right? You invest, your wrong timing. This one have to do with the wrong timing. Yeah. When you buy that time, price high. When you want to sell that time, the price is not there, nowhere there. After you sold already, the price go up. Okay, the wrong timing. So the one in bracket is my own point. Okay, number 5 will be I would say that the environment around us is useless because of our useless speech. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is for the body. Killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. After that will be 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 will be for the speech. 4, 5, 6, 7 will be for the speech, which is the lying, divisive speech, harsh speech, idle speech. And the last 3 will be for the mind. The mind, coveting. Coveting means that you are desiring what people have in a bad way. Desiring what people have in a bad way, whether they get a promotion, they got a pretty wife, okay, they got a beautiful house, okay, they got a lot of surrounded by friends, you know. Yeah, I have a lot of that. I have to confess. Okay, when I was young, before I learned ACI, when I was young, from young, I have this problem. So the corresponding experience will be my personality is dominated by desire, always want something, always want. And I'm never satisfied with what I have, never satisfied. Never feel contented. But I'm so happy after I learned ACI, that's why I feel so grateful. You feel contented inside. You're so happy. Yeah. You're just happy with what you have. And you're happy when people have it also. Then habit will be you're attracted to thinking in the same way. Yeah. And environment will be you live in a place where the things get worse by the day. Things get worse. Each and every good thing that you ever managed to find start to get worse and less with the passing of time. So you ask yourself, is your environment around you, do the things get better and better or get worse and worse and worse and worse? So it's a jealousy. So after I learned about ACI, I got a shock. Okay. So I need to think, I cannot do like that. Okay. Okay, I need to rejoice. I'll be very happy. I get 10%. Okay. So this is one of the ways. When I see them having that, it's coming from my seeds. So I have to be happy that I water the plant. I water it, right? You water it, then they grow, and then they come to you. So you trick yourself. And then slowly you can rejoice deep down from your heart that you want people to be happy. You want them to get all the things that they want, even the people that you don't like. You know, after I learned about this, I tell you what, I challenge myself, slowly I rejoice people around me, people I like, then slowly I expand. And then I said, we know that the challenge is when your enemy, people you don't like, isn't it? So I got one person I hate so much, okay, because they have done something bad towards me, whatever, how I justify it, okay, right now. So I tell myself, then okay, it's ready. I try to rejoice. And every time I pass by, I wish her good luck. I wish her all the success and happiness, So I'm very happy if after that I can do that. I feel the peace inside, like one piece of thing that you are not happy, you have hatred, like it's gone. Yeah. So it's a challenge. Yeah, because it's a very big blow to me. And the person is nearby, staying near my place, I have to pass by. I get so pissed off, every time I pass by. Every time I think about the person, I get angry. Okay, but after I learn about all these things, slowly you do it with people around you, those that you can do. And then normally you can do it with strangers also, but you cannot do it with the person that you don't like, the person you hate. Then it's a great challenge when I can do that. I'm so happy. I really rejoice. I say, I want to do it, because she's empty. She got no nature. This is coming from my past seeds ripening, okay? So, happiness. She's also one of my daughter, one of my child. I don't remember in the past life, okay? I want her to be happy, okay? Yeah, so just wish her that slowly so you can do that. And then after that, you forget. I can't remember what she did to me, to be very honest. I need to really, if I want to tell you, I need to think about that, okay? That's okay. So jealousy, you are desiring what people have in a bad way. You just feel that they don't deserve it. You don't want them to get it. You're not happy when they have it. And ill will. Next is the ill will. Wait, let me see the chat. Then I can give to you the file, but I think it's good if you do it on your own. That's what my teacher asked us to do on our own. And I find that it's helpful if you can just do on your own. You can just compile it. If after you compile, I can give to you, no problem with that. Then Laura said, I look at sports event every day and I rejoice for sportive and their success. Yeah, that's one of the way. Yeah, I think just rejoice. So people just send rejoice because they're coming from me. You know, I like to look at it when I rejoice. This is, I'm like watering the plant, you know, and then it come nearer, nearer, nearer to me. Oops, I have it. It's with me. Okay. So we go for the ill will. Ill will be you wish something bad on others. Yeah, when somebody have a misfortune, there's some little joy inside your heart. You feel happy actually. You have some joy. You take joy on people's misfortune. And your corresponding experience will be your personality is dominated by anger. I have to confess, I have a lot of this. This is also, I have a lot of anger in the past. I get angry all the time. I don't know why. Okay. And then you're always finding yourself without help or never find the help that you need. Okay. You're always hurting others, always being hurt by others. I have a lot of this ill will. I must confess. I feel so bad when I think about that. Now I know my mind. I can catch my mind. Okay. And I can purify my mind. Those days you're only just driven by whatever thought that come to you, you know. You have a habit of thinking in that way. The environment result be you live in a place where there's much illness, infectious disease, danger, war, dangerous animals, evil spirits, criminals. It could be any of them. In short, in summary, you live in a world full of ill will towards oneself. I summarize that in that way. You live in a world where there is full of ill will towards you, towards myself. Yeah, I feel that last time, okay, so I have to admit, yeah, I have to do confession for that. Feel so bad. I dare not admit in the past. Last time I wouldn't admit. I wouldn't admit at all. Yeah, but to be very honest, deep down in my heart, I was that jerk. Okay. Okay. So now you have the compassion. You start with compassion. They are also your child. You want people to be good. You don't want them to be suffering. And by doing that, because they are coming from you, then your seeds will start to shift. Your environment will start to shift. Yeah. Okay. And I don't know since when I'm not angry. I think my anger almost like, last time it's like crazy, 90%, 100%. I'm very angry person. Now, 10 or 20%, I don't know whether I told you all one story before. My daughter came back from Taiwan, and one day she has to go to the dentist. She came back from Taiwan for the checkup. And then she forgot to bring her appointment card. And when she reached there, she told me she forgot. Then I said, it's okay, we can try to tell them like that, you know. And then I didn't know about that. After a while, a few months, she told me, she said, I told my friend, I said, my mommy has changed. I said, I got a shock. She didn't scold me, you know. In the past, you didn't bring appointment card, like you finish, like, you know, I will nag you and scold you and all these things, you know. So she said, Mommy, I want to tell you something. I told my friend about you, you know. I said, see, you didn't scold me, you know, and you're so different now. You never get angry. So I'm very happy to hear that from other people, because those people around you is the best. How should I put it? What they say give you, how to say, you cannot say you have changed, Margaret. You yourself think that you have changed. the people around you feel that you have changed, that is the most important. And I feel very happy, you know, people around me, many people feel that I've changed so much. So I'm so happy with that. Sometimes I don't really, I would have get angry, but I don't get angry. I would say, okay, it's okay. Then maybe we can do that. It's okay, no worries. Okay, maybe you can do that. Okay, and the last one, wrong view. From here comes the rest of the 84,000 bad deed. Wrong view. You think that there is no result to your action. You think that your action has no consequences. You don't believe that your action will bring consequences. So your corresponding experience will be your personality is dominated by stupidity. Ouch! You become a person who keep harmful view or deceitful person. Oh man, okay. And then you're happy to think in that way. The environmental result will be you live in a place where the single highest source of happiness, the holy Dharma, has degenerated or been lost altogether. So we still have Dharma. We are very fortunate, right? But then it seems that the Dharma, has it degenerated or not? I'm not sure. Maybe yes, maybe no. And then number two, you live in a world where people hold filthy things to be wonderful and pain to be something pleasant. When I first learned this one, I don't know what it means, what it means. And I'm very fortunate when I don't understand what it means. Suddenly I saw one, I heard from my son who told me there's one TikTok. There's one TikTok, people hit the person until they faint. And then they will laugh. Then suddenly I linked to this point. Oh my God. People think that pain is something fun. Yeah. And then number three, you live in a world where there is no place to go, no one to help, nothing to protect you. Yeah. Sometimes I do feel that when I was young, much earlier, I feel that I got no place to go, no one to help, nothing to protect me. Yeah, that is the wrong view. Okay, that is our top 10 non-virtues. So go back to our PPT. Okay, our PPT, this is in your question 6. What we have done just now is in your question 6. This is question 5. Oops. Okay, question 6, they say, select 3 bad deeds, one representing each of the gateway, means that body, speech, and mind, and explain the 4 consequences it will produce. You get it? Let's say you select one, killing, then you will talk about the 4 ways they can come back to you: ripen result, corresponding experience, corresponding habit, environmental result. Then you pick one for the speech. Then you tell again, same thing, ripen result, corresponding experience, corresponding habit, environmental result. Then you pick one more for the mind, one only. The ripen result, corresponding experience, corresponding habit, environmental result. Okay? So you only pick one. Okay, so after we learn all these things, don't feel guilty. Okay, we have to we want to have this what do you call it? Intelligent regret of an educated Buddhist. Intelligent regret of an educated Buddhist. I've done that. So what can I do now? We do the 4 power. Okay, 4 power will helps the bad deed that we have done to reduce their power. To reduce their power in such a way that maybe they won't ripen or they ripen in a smaller way. So what is the 4 power? Number 1, we call it the foundation force, the first one. Power number 1, foundation force, which means that you think about emptiness. You think about emptiness, okay? when you do this bad deed, who are you hurting? Who are you hurting exactly? Who was offended by the deed? I, right? Emptiness, right? I do the bad deed. I am the one. I'm hurting myself. And so, who is it you will rely on to clear yourself of this bad deed? Who you have to rely? Understanding of emptiness, and therefore, you can actually clean that up. Right? So remembering the emptiness, karma and emptiness. I do the bad deed. Who am I offending? Thinking about emptiness. I'm actually hurting myself. And who can I rely on to clear this? Emptiness. Myself. Plant the seed, right? Karma and emptiness.
Teacher, I thought you need someone to, you need to plant seed to clear your bad deeds also, right?
Yeah, you hold on. We go for the second force. Remembering emptiness, and therefore, you know, when the seed come back, it will hurt you. You know, when the seed come back, it will hurt you, and therefore you have a regret. That's number 2. Destruction force, the regret. The regret is the destruction force. Destroy, destruction force. Again, I say, the first one, you remember emptiness. You know when they come back, how it's going to hurt you, isn't it? And of course, you know when they come back to hurt you, I have regret. I wish I've not done that. I wish I'm not that jerk. Okay, so you have a regret. I wish I didn't do that. Okay. I won't talk about the story about the 3 men in the bar that drink one. Okay, I will skip that. I go for the next one. Then third is the restraint force. Restraint force. Restraint force means that you restrain yourself of not doing it again, or at least for the time frame that you can commit. For the time frame that you can commit. Don't say, I'm not going to lie forever again. Don't say like that. Okay. Say, I'm not going to lie for the period that you can commit. Whatever time frame for you. Okay. I wouldn't say I wouldn't lie the whole day. Okay. Can you be aware of that all the time? You say, I would say, I'm not going to lie for the next, okay, whatever, if you can keep for 1 hour or 30 minutes, or even 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever you can commit. Okay. And then you'll be very aware of your this period of time. If you have no confidence, then get away from the people. Okay, be with yourself quietly. Stay in your room. Don't go anywhere. Okay, restraint force is very important, and that is the key. They say, if you do the 4 power, but if you're going to do it again and again, it is not going to it is not going to what really help much lah. And the last one is antidote, is the one Angela say, you have to do something to make up for that. You have to do something to make up for that. If it's a killing seed, you do the opposite, protecting life, like what I do, life liberation, share healthy foods with your colleague, you know, keep clean the place so that people have a clean and safe and healthy place to live in. You know, you do the opposite. Okay? And some of the example given here will be, you can recite the holy names, like the 35 Buddhas my teacher taught me. I forget everything. Okay. Number 2, recite the holy mantras. You can recite. Number 3, you can study the scripture. You take out your scripture, you know. I'm sure you'll buy those, like the King of Dharma, you know, sometime Kashila, they have translated, the Mixed Nut, they have translated some of the books, right? You can buy and just read. And number 4, you can meditate on emptiness, and this is the most powerful. Okay, and then you can, number 5, you can make offerings to the holy objects. Or number 6, you can use holy image. I don't understand this. I understand it as like maybe you can sponsor the painting, you know, things like that. So I do a lot on the number 4. When I learned ACI, I did a lot on the number 4. Meditate on the emptiness. Yeah. So do the 4 powers. Okay. Pick your, yeah, I like what Lin say here. Remember the pen story. Yeah. Okay, Laura and Daniel say, I did like this to stop eating too much ice cream lately. First, I stopped 10 minutes. Very good. Then 30 minutes. Then half a day. And now I have 2 days without ice cream and I don't miss it. Yay. Yeah, that's how you do it. You build up small, slowly, yeah, and reward yourself. Okay. Okay. Lynn asked, how do we know our bad deeds are clean? You have to do it not one time, that's finished. You have to do it many times. Okay, the same thing again and again, and you just feel that it has been clean. Like when I did that time, I meditate on emptiness, meditate and I cry, meditate on emptiness, and you do it so many times every day consistently, and then you feel that the thing is, you feel light. Yeah. And then they also say sometimes yeah, it will then, because of you do this 4 power, then they ripen in a smaller way that you suddenly like having a headache, then suddenly then you like it's gone, so people have different experience. I don't know. That's what I can share. As far as I know, my teacher will say that you just know that you just keep doing it. You will know. There's not like there's no number like you do 1 time or do 10 times. You just have to keep doing it. Yeah. Depending on severity of the deed. If the deed is very severe, very serious, then I think you have to do a lot and on a long-term basis. Not just sit down and meditate, also do a lot of things to the opposite action. Okay, very good question. And let's see, already 10 o'clock. Oh, okay, let me see. Did I finish or not? Okay. Okay, and so what we learn, you can create your own paradise. Okay, I will stop here. I won't do the summary for this one. I'll do it another next week. And then this is your memorization. You have to memorize all the 3, means all the 4 for all the 10 deeds. And then you have to do analytical meditation on what kinds of karma the best and the worst thing in your life may have come from. What it means is that you look back in your life. Okay, like for me, I look at it this way. Look at your karmic result that you're experiencing now. If it is a pleasurable experience, then it must come from some good action that you've done, right? Using clear thinking, light make light, then you can rejoice on those good seeds. Okay, what are the good seeds that you've done? And if it is the same thing for the negative seed, light make light, you trace back, you look back, what possibly I have done. And then you do the 4 power. Yeah, do the 4 power. Okay, I think I want to stop here. I would the last few slides, I try to maybe next week. Yeah, because I finished everything, but I have something that I want to throw to you next week to think about that. Okay, so rejoice and let's do a dedication. So just close your eyes and be very, very happy with yourself that you are here, collecting this extraordinary goodness, so rare and precious. And imagine that you can hold it in your hands, this precious gemstone of goodness, and recall your holy guide and see how happy they are with you. Then offer them this gemstone of goodness and see them accepting it. They bless it and carry it back into your heart. Feel it there in your heart. It feels so good that we want to keep it, and so we give it away. By the power of the goodness that we have just done, may all beings complete the collection of merit and wisdom and thus gain the true ultimate bodies that merit and wisdom make. So use 3 long exhale. 1 to send to the one person you want to help at the beginning of the class. 2 to send to everyone you love. 3 to send to all sentient beings in the universe, wherever they are. Something shift inside them because of the ripples that you made. Okay, when you're ready, you can bring your mind back to the space here. Open your eyes. You're ready.